How's it going, bros? My name is Divik, and welcome back into a new video. Happy New Year, survivors! How was your New Year's? How was your New Year's? Hello, people of the future. Because I'm recording this before the New Year, so by the time you guys see this, it will already be, well, the New Year. So let's get into it. Forest Cave. I went in here with the Big Owl's Carcha, specifically the big one. And this is actually it's been a long time since I actually used a Carcha, hence why I brought the Carcha in. And this creature, I've always had trouble trying to tame this thing just because of its very specific taming method. And I've had many a suggestion for Carcha's taming method. If you want to hear my thoughts on it, check out I think it's part 2 of my ASA edition series. And I talked about Carcha in length and how the Paleo Carcha could very much borrow some methods from the Evo Rex. I went into that in that video, so check that out if you haven't. I doubt that anyone hasn't seen that, but if you're new to the channel, do check out that video. And also, I just love the freaking roar animation that Big Al added to this creature, and just the rework in general is just gorgeous. That's why I'm using it instead of the vanilla one. I actually don't know if I have any vanilla cartridges. I would have to check that. But that being said, Forest Cave. What do I think of it? It's admittedly very easy to navigate. I'll say that much. Like, the muscle memory did come back for this one, like, for sure. And I didn't have to do much looking around. I mean, I did have to look around there just a little bit. I almost jumped off a cliff there. And I ran into so many explorer notes in here. There's like maybe 2 or 3, I think. I don't recall how many, but there was quite a few in this cave. And honestly, out of the 3 caves, this one is probably one of the better ones. Just because there is so many creatures in the cave. And there's so many of those creatures have apex drops that you can use for that across the map, with the bosses and whatnot. There's Allosaurus in there, there's Xenos, and just all kind of different creatures that are super useful for different things. I believe Tyrannus is in here and in here as well. But I like this cave for its, not only for like its creatures, but also it's just very much gorgeous in ASA. With the new engine and whatnot. It looks good, feels good to walk around in. It's not so big that it's like, okay, where do I go? And it's also not incredibly cramped. It like certain areas of the desert cave, which we talked about last episode. But honestly, this one is my favorite, just because of the massive creatures and also just everything else involved with it. I do like it very much. And also, yeah, there's even Rexes in here. So you get, and that is the Evolved Tyrannosaurus Rex, by the way. Lovely creature. But and honestly, though, Carcha is one of those creatures that it's very fun to play around with, but it's actually kind of hard to tame. I've always had trouble with it. I managed to get some eventually, but with the taming method being so unique and so detailed, I'll say. I mean, I've only successfully tamed a Carcha maybe once or twice, but I mean, for videos, I'll tame it. I'll try to tame it, but honestly, the process is so detailed and detail oriented, rather, that it's just a lot, and I get frustrated. Excuse me, I get very frustrated with this taming method. And there's the artifact. You love to see it. And then there's all my creatures. I believe those are the Rex Squadron. Tarbosaurus, and Paleo Rex, I want to say. I don't recall which. Off the top of my head, in this moment, I don't recall. I think I have all 3. But yeah, it is actually unfortunately here where I do crash before getting into the Forest Kaiju battle. I don't recall what I did to cause the crash, but I did manage to load right back in and jump on my Carch and then, go from there. And I think I turned on the aggression outlines just so I can see where creatures are, because honestly, the cave is dark, admittedly, and it is hard to see creatures sometimes. So, there I am looking around for creatures and whatnot. Like, okay, do I need to kill these? Do I need to ignore them? Is it necessary to kill them? And I come around this corner, and immediately they aggroed. So almost immediately they aggroed. Like you can see right there now, the red. But yeah, they did end up aggroing. So yeah, I gotta kill them now. But there is UTs in there, aloes and whatnot. So apex drops super important. And, I do have Andrew Demas, I believe, on this map. So, aloe brands, super important. Yeah, I just said, sought it and just went down there and killed them all. Because honestly, they're just gonna go after me anyway, so sought it, might as well. But yeah, Carcha, Evo Carcha, that would be amazing. But yeah, Big Al's Carcha, super impressive creature. I like the look of it. Very, very fun to use, very fun to play with. Better than the vanilla one by a country mile. But yeah, I'll give you over to past me and enjoy the Forest Titan boss battle.